course, Berto had the green belt at one time, then suffered a first loss against Victor Ortiz in what was the fight of the year that year. Also a savage affair against Robert Dirrell. And what about when he ripped apart his right shoulder in the 4th round of that fight with Jesus Uzcategui and still went to the 12th? So again, you can say many things about Andre Berto, Paulie, and maybe the journey he took, but you cannot question his character and heart.
Oh, absolutely. You said he comes from a family of fighters. Oh. You know, they come fighting out of the womb, and that's mental and physical. Guys. Of course, he's going to be mentally tested here in this fight because he took another butt from Porter. This is what I was talking about earlier in the fight. You've made your millions. You've made a ton of money. You've had a great career if you're Andre Berto. You start to ask yourself when you're in a fight like this, do I really need this? I'm telling you, guys, it's a weird feeling, you know, because mentally this kind of fight, it puts you in places where you're not comfortable.
There's fierce exchange. Berto trying to hang on.
Mark Nelson is faced with decisions every 5 seconds in this fight.
Hand by Porter backs Berto up.
Look at Porter. He will not accept the clinch. He will not accept the clinch.
It may not be textbook, but
yes.
Porter shoe shine in the body of Berto. Berto trying to lean in.
Those are big body shots.
And yeah, Porter treating Berto's body like it's filled with candy along the ropes. A minute left in the 3rd.
And whether they are or not, this is what I'm talking about with the mental pressure right here.
Right uppercut on the inside.
Berto can't get off.
Came back with one.
Don't punch.
We've seen the blood of Sean Porter.
Step. You good?
With the guts of both of these warriors, and we're just heading into the tail end of round 3 now.
Berto would love to land either one of those nice left hooks, or there he tries the uppercut. He needs to land something significant to keep Porter off him.
And I think Berto has to go back to the base and start off the jab again.
There's the uppercut.
Berto right uppercut on the inside. Oh, but there's a rabbit punch by Berto.
There's also no space.
Don't rabbit punch.
Berto needs a little bit of space to throw that uppercut. He needs a little bit of space in general. He's got to use his jab more. You see it right here. He's out of distance. He's not using that jab. If you're being out jabbed by Porter, it's a bad sign. Well, I think, you know, he's got the southpaw stance, great body puncher, solid timing fighter, fundamentally sound. I mean, there's not a lot to not like about Errol Spence. Explosive and fun to watch. Great personality. You know, very marketable fighter.
Porter sticks the jab, and then they grapple, and Berto's frustration.
Come on, just box.
And the referee saying, come on, let's clean it up. But Berto's frustration written all over his face.
It's hard to referee a Sean Porter fight, you know, and if you go into a fight with Sean Porter, you can't expect the referee to really help you much.
Good 1-2 as Porter momentarily blinded Berto with the jab. Berto trying to attack the body and just pushing.
It's a misnomer, though, to think that Sean Porter is just about roughhousing, because you look at him landing all these nice short punches to the body and the head. He's an effective fighter as well. He lands a lot of punches.
Cool. Okay.
A lot of it, though, is at close range out.
Yeah, I agree. But I'm just saying it's not just about the roughhousing.
It's not, but a lot of the roughhousing creates the openings.
Yes, absolutely.
That's where he's at his most effective.
I agree. But look at those short counter punches when Berto's on the inside. I'm saying he can do it. And you're right. It's created because he gets on the inside like that.
Yeah, you know what it is, Al? You start to wanting to get out of there. You don't know where to go. You're like, man, how do I get this guy off me? I can't even fight him off because he's smothering my own offense. You know, like, look, Berto wants the room for the uppercut here, but where is it?
Yeah.
Porter just takes it away. Left into the 4th round, and
watch your hands.
Dirty boxing at its best. Well, you're seeing as Berto trying to fight off the ropes, clubbing right hands.
There was the uppercut by Berto.
Yeah. Finally, he was able to get that punch in.
Accidental butt.
Another butt.
Accidental headbutt.
Another accidental butt.
And it's Porter that keeps getting cut.
And Berto wanted to get right back at him. He wanted to take the momentum from landing that uppercut.
Wow, he's cut over both eyes.
Left eye of Sean Porter beginning to swell badly, and again they threw caution to the wind before sticking to each other like Velcro. Final 60 of the 4th.
They're going to get some work in that corner now with that 2 cuts in Porter's eye, and they're both in a bad spot.
And they're both leaning forward, and even like the angles are at here, they're just roughhousing.
They're leaning forward, but a lot of the headbutting comes from the Porter side. You know, for all the good things Porter does.
By Porter misses.
Berto's cut too.
All right, uppercut by Berto.
Porter's got to be careful.
Trying to turn him.
Porter's got to be careful with that leaning inside.
Well, Berto's finally found a home for that uppercut in this round.
Accidental butts.
Mark Nelson, the referee, has had easier nights at the office, and yes, Berto cut due to an accidental butt.
Time. Doctor. No, doctor.
As the legendary Jim Ross would say, this is a bowling shoe ugly, Al. I know you worked with him.
Yes, that's a good line.
Final seconds of the fourth, and Porter attacking the body again. Berto leaning in. And we need to get through the fourth round to make it official. Due to all these cuts, due to the accident. And while these two are going at it in a ring, this could very well be contested in a back alley the way things have transpired. Mauro Ranallo, Al Bernstein, Paulie Malignaggi at ringside for Andre Berto, Shawn Porter, welterweight title elimination bout.
You see how Berto just pushed off Berto in disgust? That was like, I'm disgusted with you push.
And I'll tell you, meanwhile, Porter was landing big body shots.
That's the thing, man.
Yeah.
Wow. The jabs have been abandoned at close range, and Porter leaning in, but Berto again trying to fight him off.
I got you.
The Cutmen deserving bonuses tonight in this main event.
I'm going to go way back here. This is kind of like Carmen Basilio and Gene Fullmer fighting. That's what it really is.
Fullmer did have a rough, rugged, charity style.
In technicolor.
Yeah, precisely. I mean, that's just what it feels like.
And the question then becomes, guys, is Porter putting the pedal to the metal and putting on the gas because of the cuts?
Well, and of course we would go to the scorecards if they stopped this fight because of the cuts on either fighter. So you want to win rounds, obviously. I would say Porter's likely ahead in this fight.
Yeah.
Kind of action you might find at a game reserve with all of this ramming and the bodies colliding with a minute 13 left in the fifth.
Berto trying to start being first here.
Yeah.
Trying to make a concerted effort.
Over the top with the right hand. Under a minute left now in the fifth frame. And you have to imagine.
Doctor.
Well,
hey, the plastic surgeons are going to have some work tonight. I don't know the crack he's boom, but the blood's in his arm.
Watch it, track it. Wow.
I have a question.
Robert examining the cut.
Why are they always looking at Berto's cuts but not Porter's? With all due respect, Porter's cut over both eyes, so.
Well, Dr. Avery Brown has checked out Porter's cut, but you're right, Al, not at this time, but.
Yeah, but I mean, not in the middle of rounds. No. Twice in the middle of rounds, Berto has been.
Oh, good counter right hand by Porter.
Be careful.
Man.
See the little spin move Porter made? That's all psychological warfare.
I have such respect for Shawn Porter's aggressiveness. I know it's rough. I know it doesn't always look pretty, but man,
not supposed to be pretty, Al. If it's pretty, it's not Porter's fight.
You're right.
This is how he wins.
Yes.
Final 15 seconds of the fifth frame.
Be careful.
And it's been a very in round number 6, scheduled for 12.
I'll tell you, credit to Porter, guys, because I'll tell you what, he's probably up in the fight. He's got 2 cuts over both eyes. He could easily say, I can't see, and win this fight on the cards. I mean, in my opinion. You know,
and it has been done before.
Yeah. So,
and right, and the reminder, because of what Paul is saying, that, you know, if this fight were stopped due to those cuts, they would go to the scorecards.
And, of course,
let's bring in our unofficial Showtime Championship Boxing scorer, Steve Farley.
Mo, I don't think this has been a very difficult fight to score. You see, I have Porter up 49-45. The first round, very little happened. Berto landed the cleaner punches. Otherwise, it's been all Sean Porter. And as you guys have pointed out, should this fight end now, I think it's pretty clear that he's ahead on all 3 cards.
And by the way, when I mentioned it was a very close encounter, I meant physically as much as anything else. I mean, it's incredible how close.
But I'll tell you what, it might not be close in the cards, but Berto is still live in there. I mean, he still intends to win. There's some times in a fight where a fighter's still in there, but he's gotten the winning mentality beaten out of him. I don't see that Andre Berto. I see him still trying to win the fight. I see him still trying to look for shots. Looks for that counter shot.
Look for that counter left uppercut, and then clipped him with the left.
Those are the 2 punches you have to throw against Sean Porter. You've got to land the left, and you've got to land the uppercut. Those are important weapons.
A little bit more reactive this round is Berto on the timing shots.
And kudos to both cut men. We have Hal Chernoff and Showtime Sean Porter's corner in. That was a slip. Donald Eames in Berto's corner.
Right after Berto landed a very nice uppercut.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. He's starting to see the openings for the uppercut. He's starting to really hone in on it.
Oh, stiff jab by Porter's score.
And that's what Porter's got to do on his way in. He's got to continue to jab.
Yeah, double jab, misses with the right.
And throw off the timing. Throw off Berto's ability to time him. That jab will do that.
Final minute of the 6th.
There it is again.
We're seeing Andre Berto move more. That's not normally his stock in trade.
Berto absorbing the combination by Porter. Not all of those punches scoring, but still Porter looking to impose his presence on not only Berto but the judges.
Yeah, you see here, Berto's got to be first in the jab.
Pivot by Porter and works the body effectively along the ropes.
I got it. I got it.
It's a hard fight where timing is going to come into play because Porter's style is so physical and he rushes in on you. He's hard to time. So a lot of times for Berto, he might be better off being first with the jab and leading a little bit.
Porter comfortable and leading with that jab. There sticks the jab again. Does a good job of avoiding the attack of Berto. So Porter closes out round. And Paulie, with both Berto and Porter enjoying the inside fighting. What does it take to be an effective inside fighter?
Well, you know, you want to obviously be physical, but nice counter
right by Berto.
You want to obviously be physical in there, but in terms of creating the openings, you know, a lot of it is it's up to your physical presence in there, your ability to step around and step inside. You're also using your arms to create the openings by shifting the arms of the other guy on the inside. There's a lot of things involved, and obviously being a good body puncher.
You know, Paulie made the point that Porter was using his jab effectively in the last round, borne out by the show stat numbers that say he landed 10 of 20 jabs in the last round, and previously had been averaging 4 of 15. So in his 7 fights, so he is previous 7 fights. So he is using that punch effectively.
1 minute has elapsed in the 7th. Porter looking to shuffle, trying to discombobulate Berto, who gets blinded with the jab and gets stuck with another jab, right uppercut on the inside by Porter, who again peppers the body in the clinch.
And one more thing about that inside fighting, Marlon. No good inside fighter fights totally clean. When you're on the inside that much, you figure out ways to use your elbows, your headbutts, and all that good stuff.
Spoken like a true boxer.
What was it Jesse the Body Ventura said, if you're not cheating, you're not trying? A minute and a half left in the 7th.
That'd be like a pitcher complimenting hitters in baseball. You're not going to do it, are you?
Oh, Berto misses with the right uppercut as Porter targets the head with those sweeping shots. Berto.
This fight being fought more at long range at this moment. Yeah, at this moment at least, until Berto retreats to the ropes, which he hopes he won't. This has been a decent round for Berto.
Yeah, if he consistently creates some space, you know, he'll have room to leverage his shots. You know, Berto needs a little bit of space to get the leverage on his power shots.
Berto timing Porter as Porter leaned in and was caught with the right hand. There's the stiff jab again, delivered by Showtime Sean Porter. Coming up on 30 seconds left in the 7th. Both exchanging body shots at close range. Nice jab by Porter. And I think that's Berto's way of respecting it. Berto in the black and white. And what a grueling affair it has been thus far, Al Bernstein.
Yeah, I think that last round was very important for Andre Berto. I think personally he probably won it. And other than round one, it's probably the first round he's won in this fight. And I think very important because it may put him still in the hunt to even get a decision in this fight.